Come with me to get 6 laser treatments in one day on my trip to South Korea. I'll walk you through everything from check-in to treatments and finally cost. We jumped in a taxi and we're heading to Gangnam. This is where the treatment center is. Unfortunately, we got a taxi driver who's driving way too fast and we're getting a little bit sick in the backseat. And now we're lost. And I really don't want to be late, but this guy is not moving with the quickness. But we made it. This is Miche. There are 7 floors of places to get lasers and dermatology done on your skin. I am so excited to be here. Are you excited? Yes. Time to get beautiful glass skin. Upon walking in, it's definitely crowded, but there are a lot of people working. Miche has been in business for 22 years. They are highly respected, and that's why I wanted to come here. Every single chair in the waiting room has a charger on it, which I think is pretty cool. And they also have snacks and water. I think I'm actually going to grab one. They have some sodas in here and stuff too, but I don't want that. I just want to grab a water. This is kind of their claim to fame. It's the wall where they have all of the K-pop stars who have come here for treatments. Now Dilara is finally discovering that she too can plug in her phone here. And honestly, she's a little bit nervous just because she has never gotten anything other than Botox, so she's never had any type of lasers done on her face. So I'm pretty excited. How are you feeling?
Excited.
First thoughts, we're sitting here in the waiting room. We're a few minutes early. Everything is very pristine, nice and clean, but also feels very welcoming and multicultural.
It's pretty crowded as well.
Yeah, you can tell by all of the things on the walls that they service a lot of people here. So we know we're in good hands. There are people everywhere getting consultations, talking about what they want with doctors. And now it's our turn to fill out the forms. They're giving us some instructions, and then we're just going to tell them what we're interested in. So this part I find really important if you do not want moles removed during the treatment, which I do have one that I would like to keep. But we'll get a full consultation once we go in the room. They give everyone a wristband so that they can compare your name to what is written on their list. We have our bracelets. We are getting checked in, and then it's time to go get our faces rejuvenated. We're all signed up and in, and it's time to get rejuvenated. I cannot even wait. There are people from all over the world here, and if you can see this sign here, there are 12 different languages that they offer translators in. So we've had an English translator the entire time that we've been here. This is really helpful to make sure that there's no confusion at all about anything that you're getting done. Now let's take some pictures of our face and skin. This is the room that you go into, and then this is this crazy camera that they're going to put our faces into. We start off just by cleaning the face to make sure that there's no excess sunscreen or any products on there. This is my before. As you can see, I have some acne scarring. I have some sunspots a little bit. I have kind of big pores on my nose and on my cheeks. I also have a little bit of live acne right now. And then I feel like my face is a little bit hollow because I did recently lose kind of a lot of weight. The camera was a little daunting at first, but this is what it looks like inside. And I'm just going to place my head in there, and then they're going to cover the curtain behind me and take some photos. This is just a first glance at the pictures that they took, and now they're taking some other photos with their iPad just so we can have some before and after shots.
Watching these videos, I'm a bit nervous. I hope it doesn't hurt.
Don't worry, it's not going to hurt. I'm very confident that it's not going to be painful. It's going to be like Botox, like little stings, but not a big deal.
His face is bleeding in that video.
Your face bleeds every time you get Botox.
But he's hella red.
You'll be okay. Now it's actually time for our consultation, and when I saw these photos, I was absolutely horrified. I'm telling you, I never felt so ugly, and I was also concerned because why are there so many little dots on my face that I've never noticed before? They walked us through a whole thing, and they told me that these little white dots are actually bacteria in my skin, which makes sense because those pores are huge. You can also see sunspots and hyperpigmentation and things that we can't see with the naked eye. I felt really comfortable talking to the doctor, and they outlined a plan that would work for each of us, completely different based on what we each need. I have to say, I now feel uglier than ever, so I am ready to get these facial treatments done and become more beautiful. Because, wow, when you see yourself under that light, it's game over. And now I feel like my face is almost like uneven. Make me beautiful. After my consultation, they gave me this paper. It has all of the things that they recommend that I get. These are the lasers, and then these are the medications and topicals that you should take after to heal properly. They also gave me aftercare instructions, and then I got some products that they actually sell here that are part of their line. Collagen is an essential part of having great skin, so I got these high-end collagen patches. I got a collagen mist, and then I also got some hand cream just to keep them nice and soft. Okay, now I'm heading down to level 6, where I'm going to be getting some stuff done, and then I'm going to be coming back up to 7. I'm really excited. They just gave me all of these different treatments that they're going to do on my face, and I feel super confident I'm going to look great. This actually ended up being a door that opened as I was recording, which was a little bit awkward, but hey. But now I'm walking to the treatment room, so they give you a number, and then you find that number and you go into your treatment room. This is what the bed looks like that I'm supposed to lay down on. And now we're just prepping my skin, because first what they're going to do are extractions. So they're going to make sure that all of my pores are open and everything is clean.
Extractions will start in about 5 to 10 minutes later.
Are you okay?
Yes. You really can't see very much, so sorry if you think this is gross, but basically they're just taking all of the gunk out of my skin and making it super clean and fresh. So meanwhile, Dilara is actually going to her own consultation, so this is where she's going to be told everything that she needs to do for her skin and what they recommend.
Just make a filler kind of deal. It's not an actual filler, but it fills up the concave.
근데 상대적으로 여기가 들어갔기 때문에
We do have some
더
concaves
나와
on the
보이는
cheek
부분들이
area.
있어요.
So there are some lines that are actually bulging comparing to the concaves,
그래서
right?
여기 광대 라인,
So like the cheekbone area,
위쪽,
or the
살짝
fine line,
윗부분, 그리고 여기 턱선 이런
around the
부분을
jawline.
지방층을 좀 작게
You can
만들어주는
make those
시술을
fat deposits thinner.
받으시면 훨씬 선을 부드럽게
You can actually make the
만들어주거든요.
line more smoother.
Oh, so it's affects the double chin basically.
그래서 그런 부분에는
For
인모드나
those,
울세라
Inmode
같은
and Ulthera can be
레이저를
applied for the fat
같이
dissolving.
받아주시면
Ooh, I cannot wait for this transformation. Now, back in my room, I need to take off all of this. My skin is feeling good and fresh after all those extractions, so let's start with the numbing cream. This is really essential. It's going to make sure that I don't feel any pain when they're doing all of these procedures, because I think this is one of the biggest fears of people getting these treatments. I can feel it. It's super weird, especially over there. The whole thing is so weird. In case you were wondering, while I'm waiting here, waiting for the numbing cream to kick in, this is my view. So I'm in this little room and it's pretty comfortable. There's also a place for me to put my phone so it can record me and I can just look up at it while I'm sitting here. But now that the numbing cream is off, they are just taking off the little plastic part and wiping my face down. And I love these little pads. I think they are so cool. I'm just going to close my eyes and relax because we're about to start doing the lasers. Now, I've had lasers before, specifically this exact laser. I've had Fraxel laser in the United States and it was really expensive. I think it was $400 to $500 per session. It is definitely cheaper in South Korea and I will get into all the prices later. Fraxel lasers are primarily for acne scarring, so it's also for wrinkles and fine lines and surface scarring, as well as pigmentation and sun damage, but it's really to get that uneven skin texture and tone. It is minimally invasive, so it only uses light energy to resurface the skin and improve its quality. Checking back in with Dilara, it is now her turn to get her face opened, all the pores opened, and to do all of those extractions. I actually don't think she needs them as much as I did, but they're getting something. After the Fraxel laser, they're going on with this goop. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to do, but it's definitely cooling and feels good because now we're doing a different laser. This is the Ulthera, and I got 30 shots for sagging. That's the degree of it. It really gets into the deep layer of skin and it can be a bit painful, but it's supposed to be really worth it. That cooling felt so good. And it was only to get me ready for the BBL. No, it's not that type of BBL. It is actually broadband light therapy. You're supposed to do multiple sessions of this and it's for skin tightening. It's an IPL laser and it's non-invasive, but it helps to improve skin health and regenerate skin cells. Okay, this is a freezing cold towel and I needed it after those two, but I love how they do everything to keep you really comfortable here so that pain really is not an issue. Moving on to the Thermage laser, I got 300 shots and this is to reduce sebum. That's how you can see that they're using it on this area where I have really large pores. It's also supposed to produce collagen and tighten skin. And this can even take up to 3 months to see the results. And so that's kind of exciting. You can keep seeing improvements and results. What's so fun about this is that everybody just takes care of you. They come in, they do their job, they clean you up, and then they goop you up all over again for the next one. Now it's Dilara's turn to get a bunch of numbing cream on her face. Now this is the in-mode laser, and it's supposed to help with cheek and jowl fat. Okay, back to me. If you're squeamish, please go to the next chapter, because they are numbing me right now with a needle, and then they're going to put the thread in. Threads are able to lift up the eyebrows and lift up different parts of the skin, and then eventually they dissolve in the skin and they can help produce collagen. For me, this is really helping with facial balancing, so I get to have my face a little bit more balanced. It's funny because during the consultation, I realized that my face was kind of imbalanced. This is definitely the most invasive procedure that I got today. But what's funny is I only felt pressure, and yeah, it felt kind of weird, but because they numbed me so well, I literally did not feel anything this entire time. Watching this back, I am blown away that this is what they were doing inside my face. Like, that is so crazy. But I should also note that this is a doctor that specifically came in to do the threads, so he is very, very well educated in this. And this is also sped up 4 times, so he sat here for so long just holding my face. They're putting artificial skin on top of those little cuts so that I don't get any scars, and wow, that was easy. I feel like I can already kind of see the results, and I feel really well taken care of, and I cannot believe what they just shoved in my face like that, and I look fine. Oh, you thought we were done? No, it's time to numb the face yet again. However, I won't be staying here now. I'm actually time to go to the 7th floor. I was alone at first, but look who I ran into. Oh my gosh. Just like that, I'm alone again.
So the threading pain, I think, is the worst. That shit hurts. But I know that pain is beauty. It'll be worth it. Right now, I'm just waiting to go in. I'm not sure. This is a different area, so I think we're not doing the lasers in here. I think this is the injectables area. It is definitely a long process, but I think that it's very worth it. I can already see a difference in my skin. It looks amazing already. So they definitely don't skimp on the numbing cream, which is good because a lot of places make you pay extra for that. So it's nice that they're constantly numbing your face so that you don't feel a lot of pain, because otherwise I think it would be definitely super painful.
When it's my turn, I am super excited, and I looked up and I saw this. Open your eyes and look up. Okay. Dilara sent me this from the other room, and what's so funny is that this ended up being me. So here they're getting me ready for the laser, but then here is the green laser. It's actually called Excell-V, which is to reduce the redness in the capillaries. That's why it uses a green laser to treat vascular skin conditions. So the laser heats and destroys abnormal blood vessels in the skin, which can restore normal skin tone and color. It helps with rosacea, spider veins, sunspots, facial and leg veins, age spots, and acne scarring. But I'm just getting it on my face, essentially for the acne scars. Dilara is now getting the new Accolade laser, and this is targeting pigmentations. So it can be for freckles, but also for sunspots or liver spots. And I'm actually getting the same thing right after. Okay, but this last wipe is the last wipe for lasers. We are done with all of the lasers, and now it's time to move on to injectables.
Been here for almost 6 hours now.
Okay, but I feel like I can already see a difference, even though I'm a little bit swollen, and I feel like I'm already looking better. So the main doctor comes in now, and he's just going to tell me exactly where I need to get Botox and skin Botox, and he's drawing different things on my face and explaining things to me, not that I really understand it. Meanwhile, Dilara has gotten all of her injectables here. She is a little bit traumatized, but I know she's going to feel better after. And yes, these bumps will go down in a matter of minutes.
Just got the Botox, and you know it's going to be worth it in the end.
I truly cannot believe that I'm done with these 6 hours of treatments. I feel like I already look really good, and I'm so excited to see the continued results. Yes, I am feeling a little bit raw, and of course the numbing is going to wear off soon. I'm a little bit hot. It feels a little bit intense after all of that, and I met with Dilara now, and she also feels that way. Because like I said, the numbing is starting to wear off a bit. There's a pharmacy right across the street, so this is where we're going to pick up any medications that we need and creams. And let me show you a little bit of an after right now. So my skin is a little bit inflamed, but like I said, I think I look pretty good.
Face
is still a bit numb.
안내를 시작합니다.
So this is the thing. My skin looks really good so far. Like you can see, it looks like glass skin, totally. My face is just poofy and healing, so we're on the right track. So I put on some sunscreen and my face is quite red today. But I think I'm gonna look good eventually.
This is just a random video that I'm taking, but this is really just to show my skin. It's about 4 days after, and wow, I think I look really good. If you see that bruising on my eye, that is actually from the thread. And you can see my freckles and sunspots that are kind of just falling off, so my skin doesn't look as good now, but that's because it's in kind of the shedding phase. Like here, you can even see a bunch of little dots. So all of that outer layer is kind of coming off and it's rejuvenating itself right now. And I still have that darn pimple on my chin. Now we're maybe 10 days after the treatment. I'm still shedding, but I'm really liking the results so far, and I'm gonna use all my follow-up skincare.